You worked on Heartbreak on a full moon. What did you do exactly?
Well,
Chris Brown's album, yeah?
Chris Brown, yeah, Chris Brown. I wrote records. I wrote a full song, Other Niggas, front to back, wrote it, and I sent it over to him. Well, I didn't send it. I sent it to my homie, and he had to connect with his engineer. He sent it to him, and Chris loved everything about the record. He didn't change not a lyric, not a run, not a harmony, anything. So I wrote on it. The songwriters and the producers, we are what keep the project together. We're the glue of it. So Chris definitely showed his gratitude and how thankful he was to have my contribution to the album. And I also worked on Everybody Knows as well. They sampled my vocals on that all throughout the whole track, like everything. So I'm really listed as a writer and a producer because I wrote melody, but they also used me in the track.
Now this album's considered to be a double disc as a physical copy, and online as a streaming album, it's like 45 songs, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, yeah. And 45 songs, man, a lot of people were like, 45 songs is too crazy. But as an artist and as a businessman, he did, like, I understand why he did it. Because it's a streaming age now. Like, everybody's streaming stuff. Like, nobody's going to go and buy the physical copies. Nowadays, labels don't even print up that many physicals anymore because it's a digital age. And think about it, 45 songs at 1 million songs a piece, your album has 45 million streams total already. And somebody like Chris Brown, each one of his songs is going to at least get maybe like 9 to 10 million streams. That's a big, you know what I'm saying? That's over 1 billion streams. You know what I'm saying? Almost 1 billion streams. So it's like, nah, man. Like, I get where he at with it. I get it. I ain't mad.
Over 2.5 hours of music.
2.5 hours of music.
Yeah, 2.5 hours of Chris Brown.
Yeah, man. But you know what, though?
And a little Vedo.
And a little Vedo, too, man. Because you know what's crazy, man? Because when I wrote the record, a lot of my fans was like, before I even like really started making the announcement and like telling everybody that I wrote it, they was like, you know what, man? I heard, this sound like Vedo. This sound like something he could write, because a lot of the records I do now, man, they really embody the woman, and you know what I'm saying, talking, commending the woman for what she does and understanding where her pain come from and understanding why she is the way that she is. That's what a lot of my music embodies. And when everybody heard the record, they was like, yo, this sound like something Vedo wrote. And when I made the announcement, everybody was like, I knew it. And that's just a good thing, because I'm starting to develop my own sound.
When did you make the announcement exactly?
Well, I actually made the announcement before the album came out. Actually, I did it before the album came out, so everybody was kind of anticipating it. But it had been so long since I made the announcement, people had kind of forgot. And when they ran across the song Other Niggas, they was like, yo, this sound like somebody. This sound like a Vedo record. This sound like something Vedo would do. And when they checked the credits and saw my name and then went to my Instagram and they saw it, they was like, yo, I knew you did this song. I knew it. So it's just a great feeling, man.
So this is the first time you ever submitted something to Chris Brown?
No, it's not the first time.
Okay.
This is the first successful time.
Oh, so you have tried to land a Chris Brown placement before?
Yep, I've tried in the past, but it wasn't my time yet. You know what I mean? It wasn't my time. But at the end of the day, man, Chris he been noticed me. He been like saw me. We don't really know each other personally, but he had heard of me and seen me, because it was one of my songs I did called 4 Walls that I was going to, he actually had an interest in that song, but he took too long to get it, and I released it on myself, and it's my biggest song to date.
So you haven't had a chance to meet him personally,
Nah, not personally. No, not yet. It's coming, though.
FaceTime?
Nah, not FaceTime.
Not FaceTime
none of that.
either.
Yeah, I ain't gonna flex up and niggas be like, yeah, I met him. Nah, I ain't met him yet. You know what I mean? Like the way stuff is, man, like you send
phone call?
Nah.
Not a phone call.
Not a phone call, yeah. But it's cool. My check coming.
So just credits and paperwork at this
Credits
point.
and paperwork, man, that's all. But at the end of the day, Other Niggas is kind of like one of the out of 45 songs, my song was actually on the charts. Along with Everybody Knows. So both of my songs that I contributed to were on the iTunes charts, and on Everybody Knows was on the Billboard charts.
I'm sure you'll meet him soon.
Yeah, it will. It'll happen. I'll be in LA for 2 weeks next month.
Now, how many times before this successful placement had you tried to land a Chris Brown song before?
Man,
unsuccessful?
I say maybe a little bit, like 20 times. Man.
20 times?
Yeah, 20 times. But you can't give up, though. Like, it's like I kept doing. But you know what, though, man? I feel like it was the people that I had it was some of the people that I had in my circle around me at the time that was kind of niggas be crabs in the bucket and shit like that. So nigga might say he gonna send your song to him and he never send it because he know it's gonna get picked up. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But you know, I had to pray about that situation, man, and God started removing people from my life left and right. And now it's only me and my manager, and I just brought my publicist on. Like, that's it.
So, okay, somebody watching this might be like, after one try, they'll give up.
Right.
Maybe 5 tries, give up. 10,
right.
I'm overextending myself.
Right.
After 20 tries, you continue to be persistent on getting a Chris Brown placement.
You have to be. I mean, you got to be persistent in anything. I don't care if you're doing a job for Chick-fil-A, filling out an application for Chick-fil-A, Wendy's or whatever. You got to keep calling. Keep calling. Hey, did you check out did you get a chance to look at my interview? I was just wondering, when can I come in for an interview? Like, you gotta stay persistent, because there's people out there that are persistent. And you can't get mad if a nigga step in front of you. You can't get mad if a nigga pass you because he's persistent, and you got too much pride to be persistent. So you can't get mad at that. You have to be.
Now, it sounds like my next question to you was going to be, why do you think the first 20 times were unsuccessful? You kind of alluded to maybe somebody sabotaging.
Well, I would say, it was some people in my camp like that, though. We ain't gonna say no names, because them niggas corny. But,
why would somebody, just curious, why would somebody in your camp, that's in your camp, sabotage you when they're in your camp? What would be the
crabs
purpose
in the
of that?
bucket. Like, nigga, they don't want to see you shine, and they don't shine. When ultimately we all gonna shine if I shine. But, you know, people don't think like that. But to answer your question, I mean, I think, you know, maybe the songs weren't good. It could be that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready for the type of fame it was going to bring. You know, we like to do a lot of stuff on our time, but you know, we're on God's time, period. So you can submit 20 songs, 50 songs, 100 songs. Until God is ready for you to actually make that connection, it's not gonna happen.